Okay, so good morning, and the first round of this meditation start off with loving kindness. Or before we start, any issues from last night? No issues? Okay, then we start with the four sublime states to start off with the day positively. So we're going to find a comfortable sitting posture, make sure the back is upright and the rest of the body relaxed. So once we are comfortable, then we can mentally be at peace also. So we're going to reflect on the four element sensations of the body. From head to toe, every sensation that appears, we're going to wish them well and happy. So the four elements are the earth, fire, wind, water. And if you want to add the two more elements, the space and the consciousness element, you have more things to juggle. So basically whatever sensation you can detect, just wish them well and happy. Let them appear naturally by themselves. There's no need to deliberately control or create them. So the sensations are the evidence called mindfulness of the body, and we have the right thought, wishing them well and happy, and we keep repeating part of right effort. The number of right thoughts must be more than the thoughts of clinging. So the mind that drifts off is the mind of clinging. Cling away by the aggregates, the waves and oceans and the currents, the stream, and it kind of get dragged away. So any improvement in meditation means the right thoughts must be more than the opposing force. And if there's some improvement in rowing the boat to a certain distance, then it will show by a product of the mind calming down. So we're always mindful of this craving, this stress, and the end of stress, how to cause the stress to subside. the mind is relatively calm, and we take note of this so-called baseline emotion, the sort of neutral state of mind, no concentration, no insight. And now we're going to cultivate this boundless loving kindness, and we're going to wish all beings in all directions well and happy, above, below, and all across, all directions, in front, behind, left, right. So it's just a gentle wish, no need to exert or push the mind in any direction. And we let the mind extend naturally by itself. However far we wish to extend doesn't matter. And within that sphere of attention, whatever sensations one may detect, we are going to perceive all beings as the elements and the aggregates. So whatever sensation we can detect, we are going to wish all beings well and happy. No need to over-visualize. Whole idea is not to get pulled away by the currents and stream. So the sensations may appear inside the body, outside the body, doesn't matter. Any sensation appear, we just wish all beings well and happy. New sensation appear, may all beings be well and happy. So keep generating the right thought, keep rowing the boat. If let's say all the conditions are right, you have all the right thought and right effort, everything, it will activate the right concentration. So usually in the first sublime state, this loving kindness will condition one to have the first level of concentration. So if you experience the increment of joy and happiness compared to the baseline emotion, so that's the indicator. And regardless of what you experience, keep rowing the boat, keep wishing all beings well and happy. Okay, and we are now going to add some insight, some wisdom, and we're going to reflect how to cultivate a more unconditional loving kindness. That is to shake off more of this attachment by using impermanence. So we're going to keep reflecting and observing impermanence, all the sensations, how they arise and pass away. Okay, if the joy and happiness start to subside and one may experience this neutral and refreshing kind of emotion, we call that equanimity, normally associated with the fourth level of concentration. So now we're going to continue mindfulness of impermanence. Keep rowing the boat, treat everything else as passing sceneries, byproduct, distraction. And we're going to switch to the second sublime state, which is compassion. So for compassion, we are going to wish all beings, may they be free from suffering. And using the non-discrimination approach, all beings, regardless of their status, they are rich or poor, healthy or sick, as long as they cling on to the aggregates, they cling on to the sensations, and that will result in stress and suffering. So whenever we detect any sensation appearing, we are going to wish all beings free from suffering. May a sensation appear, may all beings be free from suffering. So that includes ourselves. So try not to get hooked into the fabrications and stories and imaginations which lead to becoming part of the dramas. the sensation appear, may all beings be free from suffering. And if all the conditions are right, you have the right thought, right effort, everything, you trigger this right concentration. Normally the second level of concentration with compassion. So you feel this happiness and joy, and this indication of the concentrative kind of compassion. And regardless of what you experience, keep on wishing all beings free from suffering. So it is the compassion, just altruistic intention, minus the worry. Okay, next we add some wisdom, some insight, and we're going to reflect how to overcome this suffering, which is not to cling onto these aggregates. So we use the reflection of impermanence to shake off this clinging. So we keep observing and reflecting on impermanence, how all these sensations arise and pass away. Okay, if the joy and happiness start to disappear, one may experience a kind of blankness, no longer the equanimity from before. So that would be this perception of infinite space. So regardless of what you experience, keep on reflecting on impermanence. Treat everything else as byproduct. So the concentration is like making the waves and the currents calmer, and the reflection of wisdom is like rowing the boat. And we can make some progress in covering the distance. And then we can move on to the third sublime state, which is appreciative joy. And we're going to rejoice in the accomplishments of all beings. So using the non-discrimination approach, all beings, whether they win or lose, as long as they go through the process, they'll gain something, at least they'll gain some life experience. So similarly, when we detect any sensation, we also gain some life experience. So when new sensation appear, we can rejoice with all beings. New sensation appear, rejoice with all beings. And if the mind manages to settle down, if all the right conditions, right effort, right thought, everything, and one may experience the third level of concentration, normally indicated by the emotion of happiness. So regardless of what you experience, keep on rejoicing with all beings. And we're going to add some insight, some wisdom. So all beings will eventually be separated from the things they have achieved. And similarly, all these sensations, they don't stay fast 24/7. So they come and go every moment. So we kind of reflect on impermanence, how the sensations arise and pass away. If the joy and happiness start to fade away, and this time, instead of feeling space or blankness, then it's kind of like opposite, it's more kind of whole and fullness. And we call this the perception of infinite consciousness. And regardless of what you experience, keep on reflecting on impermanence. Okay, then we switch to the fourth sublime state, which is equanimity. And usually we use the contemplations on karma to sort of achieve equanimity. So all beings are subject to karma, we are owners of actions, heir to our actions. Basically we reap what we sow. And in order to kind of reflect on karma, we don't have to speculate what we've done in the past, we just observe every moment here and now. Any pleasant sensation appearing, that's due to good karma's ripening. Any unpleasant sensation appearing, then that's due to bad karma's ripening. And if you have a neutral sensation appearing, then that's due to neutral karma's ripening. In short, every moment is conditioned by karma, karmic formations. New moment, new karma, new moment, new karma. mind is more accepting of karma, then one may be inclined to experience the fourth level of concentration, the emotion of equanimity, this neutral and refreshing kind of emotion, similar to the one we did with loving kindness combined with impermanence. And regardless of what you experience, keep on reflecting on karma. And because you reflect on karma, that's actually generating new karma. And the effect is experiencing the results of karma, which is this equanimity. So it is the here and now kind of karma. So a person, let's say, they cling to something else, cling to stray thoughts, cling to whatever, and that's again generating another kind of karma. And then it soon will override the previous karma. But for right now, keep on reflecting on karma, all beings subject to karma, every moment karma. And then we're going to add some insight, some wisdom, and we're going to reflect on how to overcome this karmas, which is to keep reflecting on impermanence of all the feelings, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral feelings, observe how they arise and pass away. joy starts to subside, and one may experience a new kind of blankness. It's no longer the previous fullness, no longer the space, and we call this the perception of nothingness. And if you're unable to perceive these feelings, then we can use moment-to-moment karma. Just observe impermanence, keep reflecting on impermanence or any of the 5 aggregates. So karmic formations is like quite the early beginning of this dependent origination link. Once you have these thought formations, we call this karmic formations, and it will manifest through our experiences. Whatever we feel, we experience, and if we do not reflect on impermanence, then we will hold on to those experiences. So we can use reflection of impermanence on basically anything. You reflect impermanence of the karmas, formations, impermanence of the elements, impermanence of feelings, so on and so forth. all seven, so I leave it to your own self-practice.